Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I wanted to go over some of the amazing deals on right now with the Steam Summer Sale, specifically for RPGs. There's some fantastic discounts on some of the greatest RPGs and just games of all time. And so I've compiled a list of some of the best deals on some of the best games that I could find. I'll display the price of the games and just give you a brief overview of what the game offers if you've never played it or are looking to replay something here. Also, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subbing to the channel and dropping a like. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, right off the bat, we have one of the greatest RPG series of all time, and one of the best deals in the entire summer sale, and that's Mass Effect Legendary Edition. For just $5.99 with a discount of 90%, you're getting 3 full-blown RPGs that easily offer over 100 hours of story-rich content and lore. Mass Effect Legendary Edition bundles the entire original trilogy into one amazing remastered package with massive improvements across the board, especially to the first game. You'll get cleaner visuals, modernized shooting, faster load times, and all the DLCs included, making this the definitive way to play this trilogy for the first time. If you somehow are unfamiliar with it, Mass Effect is a sci-fi RPG series where your choices carry across all 3 games and have major impacts on the narrative. You play as Commander Shepard, leading a squad of companions through political drama, huge battles, and some of the best character and companion arcs in RPG history. The world building in these games is utterly phenomenal, and the story is one of the most unforgettable in the industry. Even if you've played it before, it's worth revisiting for sure at this price. And if you never played it, this is just a straight up steal. Okay, Kingdom Come Deliverance is definitely one of the best RPGs you can grab during this sale. For just $5.99 as well, Kingdom Come Deliverance offers a grounded, historical RPG experience unlike any other game on this list. There's no magic, no dragons, but just brutal medieval realism set in 15th century Bohemia. You play as Henry, a blacksmith's son thrown into a waging civil war, and while he starts completely powerless, your skills and reputation will gradually build with every decision, every fight, and every conversation that you have. What makes Kingdom Come Deliverance so special is its commitment to its realism, and this can even make parts of the game frustrating, but this is all part of the experience. The sword combat is weighty and tactical, survival elements like eating and sleeping matter, and NPCs will actually notice your reputation in towns that you venture through. It's immersive in a way most RPGs don't even try to attempt. It's definitely got a little bit of jank, but once it clicks, it really clicks. Also, if you're a fan of the series already, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which also came out earlier this year and to critical acclaim mind you, is on sale for 20% off currently at $48. Okay, now I'm talking about the entire Witcher trilogy here. On Steam, you can get a bundle with a trilogy for just $11. And honestly, that's a ridiculous deal with even one of the games being worth at least that much. These games are some of the best story-driven RPGs ever made. And whether you're jumping in for the first time or coming back for a replay, now's the best time to grab the full trilogy. You play as Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter for hire navigating war-torn kingdoms, large political conspiracies, and messy relationships, all while hunting beasts and making choices that will shape the world around you. The first Witcher game is a little dated, but Witcher 2 is where the series really hits its stride, and The Witcher 3 is easily one of the best RPGs of all time. Witcher 3's open world in particular is massive, with many of its side quests being better written than a lot of the main stories of games today, and both of the expansions, Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine, are basically full-length RPGs in themselves. At just over $11 for the entire trilogy, this is easily on par with the Mass Effect Legendary Edition as one of the best value bundles you can get for RPGs this sale. Now, Cyberpunk 2077 has had one of the biggest redemption arcs we've ever seen in gaming, and right now is one of the best RPGs of the generation by far. For just $20, you're getting a sprawling open-world RPG set in Night City, a chaotic dystopian metropolis where every alleyway and street hides both danger and opportunity. You play as V, a mercenary who's caught in the midst of corporate warfare, cybernetic upgrades, and some absolutely insane plot twists. Since the launch of the game in 2020, the game has received countless massive updates that have worked to overhaul combat, AI, progression systems, and just general visuals and performance across the board. It's really now the game everyone wanted it to be at launch, as it's stylish, immersive, and packed to the brim with choice-driven storytelling and incredible characters. The world is dense with detail, and the side quests offer some absolutely fantastic writing that you're not going to want to miss out on. Also, quickly, do not skip out on the game's Phantom Liberty expansion, especially if it's your first time playing the game. You can get the game and the expansion with the Ultimate Edition bundle for just $38. And honestly, if you have decided on picking the game up, this is the bundle I'd get for the best first experience. Okay, now I want to quickly talk about my favorite RPG and just game of all time, Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is currently 20% off right now for $47, which might not seem like a huge discount, but honestly with the game's great unit sales and critical acclaim, this is probably going to be the lowest price for a while still. But even at full price, this game is still more than worth it. Baldur's Gate 3 is a massive CRPG built on some of the rules of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, with some of the most reactive storytelling and consequences you'll see in any game ever. Every decision you make, either that be in combat or in dialogue, can innately change how the world and its events unfold. The companions are all incredibly written, the world is dense and alive, and the turn-based combat system, which might take a little to get used to, is surprisingly addicting even if you're new to the genre. There's no filler content within Baldur's Gate 3, with every quest, area, and character feeling like they were handcrafted with purpose and detail. So whether you decide to play as a noble paladin or a chaotic warlock, the game gives you all the freedom to play it your way, and that player agency is really what makes this game so special. Okay, for this entry, the entire Fallout series is actually on sale right now, with discounts ranging from 50% to 75%. And if you've ever wanted to jump into one of the games in this iconic RPG franchise, this might be your chance. Fallout 3 is currently only $2.49, and while it may be a little dated in some areas, it still nails that eerie, apocalyptic America atmosphere like no other game out there. In addition to that, Fallout New Vegas is $4.99, and despite the old engine and accompanying jank, it's often regarded as the best written game in the entire series. Everything that you'd expect from a world-class RPG, from factions to impactful dialogue choices and pure player agency, it's all there. Of course, I can't not mention Fallout 4, which is also just $7.99, and while it leans more into exploration and crafting mechanics than deep roleplay, it still offers a huge open world, tons of mods, and the usual satisfying gameplay loop offered by the Fallout series as a whole. So whichever game you decide to get, or be it all three, the Fallout series has continued to remain a staple of the RPG genre, and with some of these prices, there's never been a better time to start or revisit the fantastic series. Continuing with the trend of Bethesda for a second, if you're looking for some more classic single-player RPGs that defined a generation, both Oblivion and Skyrim are currently 75% off, and in many ways they still hold up today. Oblivion is down to just $3.74, and while it can be a bit janky by today's standards, there's still something undeniably charming about it. The quests are considered deep, the guild storyline's iconic, and it was one of the first RPGs that really gave players full agency in the way that they played. Of course, this is the original version that I'm talking about, but the newly released remaster is already on sale as well for $39. So if you want a modernized version with updated visuals and quality of life improvements, that's an option for you as well. As for Skyrim, I don't think I can say much that hasn't already been said. It's $9.99 right now and has the largest modding community of any game out there. So whether you want to fight some dragons or download 1,000 mods, Skyrim still delivers that get lost in the world feeling that few RPGs can fully execute. Both of these games are legendary in the space for a reason, and right now you can grab them both for as little as $15. Okay, I had to include these as I'm just too big of an Assassin's Creed fan not to. If you're into open world RPGs with massive maps, tons of quests, and some light historical elements, Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey are both on sale right now at some incredible prices. Assassin's Creed Origins is just $8.99 at 85% off. Set in ancient Egypt, this game kicked off the franchise's RPG transformation. You play as Bayek, an assassin navigating a world of politics, revenge, and mythology. It's got a genuinely great story, satisfying combat, and one of the most beautiful open worlds I've ever seen. Simply exploring the world's deserts, pyramids, and dune-like cities is worth the price alone. On the other hand, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is set in ancient Greece, and it goes even bigger. It's $11.99 at 80% off, and while the world might feel a little bloated at times, the game has fun combat and build customization, an interesting story, and tons of content that will keep you engaged for many hours. Both games are solid picks if you like RPG systems layered over huge historical worlds, and while they may not be as deep mechanically as others on this list, at such prices you're getting a ridiculous amount of value here. This one's the newest game on this list, but trust me, it's already become one of my favorite games of all time. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is currently 10% off at $44, and honestly, I'd still recommend it at full price without any hesitation. Set in a surreal, dreamlike world painted with this beautiful blend of fantasy and realism, the game follows a group of characters trying to break free from a mysterious curse that wipes out a group of them from existence every year. The art direction of the game is genuinely next level, and it's the kind of game where you just pause to admire the environments and and world design. But what makes it so special is how that visual style ties into everything else from the game. Gameplay wise, this is one of the most unique aspects of this game, as a mix of classic turn-based RPG mechanics with some real-time elements such as parrying and dodging. The characters are incredibly well written, the story hits hard, and the whole game's soundtrack is just on another level even in comparison to the games on this list. It may not have the biggest discount on this list, but it's easily one of the most riveting RPGs I've played in years, and if you want something truly unforgettable, this is it. And that pretty much wraps up my list for some of the best RPGs I think everyone needs to try out, with the insane prices that some of these games have during the Steam summer sale. All of these games will easily provide you with dozens, if not hundreds of hours of quality content, and you really can't go wrong with getting any of the games on this list. Anyway, that's all from me for today's video. If you enjoyed, please consider subbing to the channel for more RPG content, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.